I think I'm okay. He was just dragging me.
Yeah,
I thought I was going to get run over. I was trying to stop him. Go and take your seatbelt off. Stop! Stop!
Hey, you want to go block off that way? Do we have anyone down there? No, I'll go take that.
I think I'm okay. He was just dragging me.
Yeah,
I thought I was going to get run over. I was trying to stop him. God, he's dragging me, man.
Yeah. You good?
I'm good. I just got my hand and my arm caught inside.
Yeah, I saw that.
You can talk about anything you want except for what happened. For my purposes, for the investigation part of it, I need to know where it started, which is going to be right. It's at this down there on this side of the tape. Is that correct?
Yes, just south of the intersection of Phil and Rice.
And it looks like you got dragged. If I'm looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Car 92 radio.
And it ended up here.
I'm on the air.
I'm
So
sorry.
this is our crime scene right here.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Do you have your license on?
I have license. You can take run my name.
Do you have your license on? Go and take your seatbelt off. Stop!
I mean, this is, in the vernacular, a pretty chicken crap stop, all right? And I could use harsher words.
Everybody just lift up their heads in prayer and thank God, because this one did not go unsolved and hidden.
If the facts fit the law, we're going to pursue that, no matter if you're a police officer or you're Pope Francis. I don't care who you are, and we're going to go after you.
I was trying to get her out over the sign, and and just explain to her what was going on, because I couldn't even get to do what I was telling her. I mean, she just started going, "This is an MF, and you give me an MF and ticket for a lane change." I mean, she just started going. I just stepped back in the car. I was like, "Are you done, ma'am? I need to tell you why and what I'm giving you." And it just kept on going.
You seem very irritated.
I am. I really am. Because I feel like this tap is what I'm getting the ticket for. I was getting out of your way. You were speeding up, tailing me. So I move over and you stopped me. So yeah, I am a little irritated, but that doesn't stop you from giving me a ticket. So let's continue.
Are you done?
You asked me what was wrong and I told you.
Okay.
So now I'm done, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't say you're under arrest. I never said, stop, hands up.
Get out of the car now, or I'm going to remove you.
And I'm calling my
I'm going to yank you out of here.
Okay, you're going to yank me out of my car?
Get out.
Okay. All right.
25.
Let's do this.
Yeah, we're going to.
Yeah. Don't touch me.
Get out of the car.
Don't touch me. I'm not under arrest. You don't have the right to take
You
me out
are
of my
under
car.
arrest.
I'm under arrest for what?
25.
For what?
7 County FM 1098. Just
For
north
what?
of 290. Send me another unit.
What are you?
Put your hands
Why
behind your
am I
back and
being
turn around.
arrested?
Put your hands behind your back.
Because you know this is straight bullshit and you full of shit.
I even de-escalated once we were on the pavement, you know, on the sidewalk. So I allowed time. I mean, I'm not saying I just threw her to the ground. I mean, I allowed time. And I kept telling her to calm down, calm down.
I will light you up. Get out!
Wow.
Now!
Wow.
Get out of the
Really,
car!
for a failure to signal. You're doing all of this for a
Get
failure
over
to
there.
signal. Right, yeah. Yeah, let's take this to court. Let's do
Go
it.
ahead.
For a failure to signal. Yep, for a failure to signal.
Get off the phone.
On my school.
Get off the
I'm not on
phone.
the phone. I have a right
Put
to
your
record.
phone
This is
down.
my property. This
Put
is
your
my
phone
property.
down.
Sir?
Put your phone down. Right now. Put your phone down.
For a fucking failure to signal, my goodness.
Come over here.
Y'all are interesting.
Come
Very
over here now.
interesting. You feeling good about
Stand right here.
You feeling good about yourself?
Stand right
For
there.
a failure to signal, you feel real good
Turn
about
around.
yourself, don't you?
Turn around.
You feel good about yourself,
Turn
don't you?
around now.
What are you?
Put your hands
Why
behind your
am I
back and
being
turn around.
arrested?
Turn around.
Why can't you tell me
I'm
why?
giving you a lawful order. I will
Why
tell
am I
you.
being arrested?
Turn
Why
around.
won't you tell me that part?
I'm giving you a lawful order. Turn around.
Why will you not tell me
You are
what's
not
going
complying.
on? I'm not complying because you just pulled me out of my car.
Turn around.
Are you fucking kidding me? This is some bullshit.
Put your hands behind your back.
Because you know this is straight bullshit and you full of shit. Full of straight shit. That's all y'all is, some scary fucking cops. South Carolina got y'all bitch asses scared. That's all it is. Fucking scared of a female.
If you would have just listened.
I was trying to sign the fucking ticket. Whatever.
Stop moving.
Are you fucking serious?
Stop moving.
Oh, I can't wait till we go to court. Ooh, I can't wait. I cannot wait till we go to court. I can't wait. Ooh, I can't wait. You want me to sit down now?
No.
Or you gonna throw me to the floor? That'll make you feel better about yourself?
Knock it off.
No, that'll make you feel better about yourself? That'll make you feel real good, won't it? Pussy ass. Fucking pussy. For a failure to signal, you doing all of this. In little ass Prairie View, Texas. My God, they must want to
You were getting a warning. Until now, you're going to
No,
jail.
I'm getting for what?
You can come
For
read.
what?
Come read right.
I'm getting a warning for what?
Stay right here.
For what? Well, you
Stay
just
right
pointed
here.
me over there.
I said stay right
Get
here.
your fucking mind right. Let me. Oh, I swear on my life, y'all some pussies. A pussy ass cop for a fucking signal. You gonna take me to jail?
She's in handcuffs.
What a pussy. What a pussy.
816.
What a pussy. You about to break my fucking wrist.
Stop moving.
I'm standing still. You
Stay
keep
right
moving
here.
me. God damn it.
Stay right there.
Don't touch me. Fucking pussy for a traffic signal. You doing all this bullshit? Fucking pussy. I'm here for a traffic signal.
Come read right over here. This right here says a warning. You started creating the problems.
You asked me what was wrong.
Do you have
I'm trying to
anything
tell
on
you.
your person that's
do
illegal?
it feel like I got anything on me? This a
I'm gonna
fucking
remove
maxi
your, I'm gonna
dress.
remove your glasses.
This a maxi dress.
Come on over
What
here.
have on me? Fucking asshole. For a fuck, you're about to break my wrist. Can you stop? You are about to fucking break my wrist. Stop.
Stop now! Stop it!
Stop resisting, man.
If you would stop, and I would tell you.
For a fucking traffic
Now
signal.
stop!
You are such a pussy. You are such a pussy. No, you are. You're about to break my wrist. Can you stop? You are about to fucking break my wrist. Stop! Now you just slam me, knock my head in the ground. I got epilepsy, you motherfucker.
Good.
I hope I...
Good.
Good. I can't even fucking feel my
Tuck
arm.
your knee
Up under you.
in. Tuck your knee in.
Goddamn.
Sit up on
You
your butt.
just slam my head into the ground.
Sit
You
up
not
on your
even
butt.
care about that.
There were no reported injuries by Ms. Bland to jail staff, and no additional medical treatment was requested.
She's in the back of the car right now. She requested EMS because she said I threw her down intentionally.
I became supervisor of Group 42 for the Drug Enforcement Administration. They cross-designated me. I had to get sworn in as a special agent for DEA. So now I'm doing dual tasks. I'm a U.S. Marshal and I'm a special agent for DEA. That's when I picked up the name Batman. I'm talking about Gotham City, man. We were rolling, man. We were jumping on guys in the middle of the night. All of that swooping down on folks all across the country. Using these sort of tactical operations that we went out on that you would use in Vietnam or use in some type of war-torn zone. And all of the stuff that we were doing, just calling it the war on drugs. And it wasn't very many black guys in my position. So when I would go into the war room where we were setting up all of our drug and gun addiction task forces, determining what cities where we're going to hit, I would notice that most of the time was always appeared to be urban areas. That's when I asked the question, well, don't they sell drugs out Potomac and Springfield and places like that? Or maybe y'all think they don't. The statistics show they use more drugs out in those areas than anywhere. The special agent in charge, he says, you know, we go out there and start messing with those folks. They know judges, they know lawyers, they know politicians. You start locking their kids up, somebody's going to jerk our chain. He said, they're going to call us on it, and before you know it, they're going to shut us down, and there goes your overtime. What I begin to see is that the drug war is totally about race. If we was locking up everybody, white and black, for doing the same drugs, they would have done the same thing they did with Prohibition. They would have outlawed it. They would have said, let's stop this craziness because you're not putting my son in jail. My daughter's not going to jail. If it was an equal enforcement opportunity operation, we wouldn't be sitting here anyway. It's all about fairness, man, and understanding how would I want to be treated. Whether I'm on that one end or the other end, how would I want to be treated if everything was done equally?
Right? So then you just go to the blank because you got to get some sort of arrest.
Gotta get my numbers. Yeah.
Ah, God damn it. I mean, so what you said in the beginning is just rings even louder, right? Which is that it's just part of the assumption that this is what you do. This is, you go and it's institutional racism to its core.
Contact was not related to the robbery. It was related to blocking the road.
You're telling us that you're telling us that when the officers stopped Michael Brown for the first time, he was not aware that Brown was a suspect in a robbery.
No, he was just coming off of a sick case, which is why the ambulance was there so quickly.
So why did he stop?
But yes.
Let's stay with this.
Okay.
It's critical.
Well,
you're saying, what are you saying, Chief? Did he know that he was a suspect in a case, or did he not know?
No, he didn't. He was walking.
It had nothing to do with the stop.
It had nothing to do with stop.
So then why release the video?
At approximately 11:45 a.m. on Saturday, the 9th of August, Ferguson police officer Darren Wilson was dispatched to the Northwinds apartment complex for an emergency involving a 2-month-old infant having trouble breathing. At approximately 11:53, while still at the Northwinds call, Wilson heard a radio broadcast for a stealing in progress at a market on West Florissant. The broadcast also included a brief description of the suspect, a black male wearing a white T-shirt who took a box of Swisher cigars.
You're telling us that when the officers stopped Michael Brown for the first time, he was not aware that Brown was a suspect in a robbery.
No, he was just coming off of a sick case, which is why the ambulance was there so quickly.
So why did he stop?
But yes.
Let's stay with this.
Okay.
It's critical.
Well,
you're saying, what are you saying, Chief? Did he know that he was a suspect in a case, or did he not know?
No, he didn't. He was walking.
It had nothing to do with the stop.
It had nothing to do with stop.
So then why release the video?
Other officers were dispatched to that store. Officer Wilson remained with the mother and the infant until EMS arrived to transport them to the hospital. Officer Wilson then left Northwinds complex in this Ferguson police vehicle, a Chevy Tahoe SUV, and drove west on Canfield towards West Florissant. An additional description of the stealing suspect was broadcast about that time, wearing a red hat, yellow socks, khaki shorts, and he was with another male.
Okay, so are you then, you said you haven't actually spoken with the clerk, but can you, as an attorney representing him, can you take us to Saturday, August 9th? Can you give us an idea of what your client, who is seen in that surveillance video being pushed by a man police say is Michael Brown, what his version of events are? What happened before that confrontation seen in the pictures?
Sure. I mean, first of all, my clients have never said that that is Michael Brown in the video.
Gosh, we apologize for that. So sorry about that. All right, it looks like we've lost that interview.
Of course they would. Of course they would.
Oh, it looks like he maybe.
As Officer Wilson was attending to his emergency call on Northwinds, Michael Brown and a companion were in a local convenience store on West Florissant. Michael Brown's activity in that store was recorded by the store's security cameras. The video, often played following its release in August by the Ferguson Police Department, shows Michael Brown grabbing a handful of cigarillos and heading toward the exit without paying.
At this point, why did he stop Michael Brown?
Because they were walking down the middle of the street blocking traffic. That was it.
The Justice Department issued a report saying the town does indeed target African Americans, especially for civil violations, tickets. Ferguson's 67% black, but 90% of the citations issued there go to African Americans. Joining us now from St. Louis, Jeff Orurda, spokesman for the Police Officers Association there, and McGraw-Milhaven, radio talk show host on KTR. So, Mr. Milhaven, begin with you. What do you think of the Justice Department report?
Just to take that number and put those numbers on it, you show me a good statistician, I'll show you a good liar.
All right, but I can give you some perspective. I mean, in the low-level beef of failing to comply, which is like jaywalking and all of that stuff, 94%, Mr. Milhaven, of all citations issued to blacks. They're targeting blacks. They are. I mean, there's no way on earth that high. Because this is a discretionary beef. You don't have to give a ticket to somebody who's not crossing the street properly. They're targeting it. They're doing it for money. They want the money, and it's an easy play. Come on.
No question. No question. They're targeting blacks and whites, and everyone knows in St. Louis that
it's only 6% of whites get these things. So it's not and whites. It's blacks. Wrong. It's wrong. You know it's wrong.
No, it is wrong, Bill, but you have to remember, people get caught for speeding, and the ticket is $100. And in listen to me, and in St. Louis, you then plead guilty to a non-moving violation. You're charged more.
I don't want to get into the weeds on this thing,
and everybody makes
but if somebody's speeding and goes for a red light, that I don't think is targeting anybody. You do it, you pay. Somebody's walking along on a curb, and they're looking for him.
Why did he stop Michael Brown?
Because they were walking down the middle of the street blocking traffic. That was it.
They say you were eluding them.
When they were behind me with the lights on, I pulled right over, you know.
So you weren't trying to escape?
No, I wasn't trying to escape.
In a video from the first police car, prosecutors did see Jeter stops on the side of the Garden State Parkway. The cops pull out guns.
Why didn't you just get out of the car?
Because I was afraid. There was a cop on my left with a gun pointed at me, and there was one on my right side with a shotgun pointed. I'm afraid that I might get shot.
If you got out?
Mm-hmm.
The tape not initially turned over is on the dash of a second police car that comes from the opposite direction, crosses the median into ongoing traffic, and then strikes Jeter's car. There is no mention of that in any police report. When Jeter first told his attorney that part of the story,
it was incredible. I didn't believe his story at that particular point in time.
So you finally believed him then?
Yes.
The next thing I know, as he's coming around the car, the glass gets busted, and all the glass goes in my face.
Get out the car!
Your hands are up?
My hands are up. As soon as he opened the door, one of the officers reached in and just punched me in my face. As he's trying to take the seatbelt off, he's elbowed me in my jaw. And I'm like, ah! And he's like, stop trying to take my gun.
Don't go for my gun!
Stop resisting arrest. Stop trying to take my gun. And as he's saying that, I just knew, and I was thinking in the back of my mind, like, okay, this is gonna go wrong.
Get down! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Why are you trying to take my gun? You lost my gun!
And right before when they opened the door about to put me in, the officer hits me in the back of the head again.
as soon as prosecutors saw this video, they dismissed all of the charges against Jeter. Interesting to note, an investigation by Bloomfield PD's scandal-plagued Internal Affairs Division had found no wrongdoing by police officers.
The blame is with the Bloomfield Police Department not providing that tape. If we hadn't had the tapes in this particular case, an innocent man would be in jail today.
I'm sure that if this happened to me, it could happen to a bunch of other people, you know.
Scary, right?
It's a scary situation.
Anything wrong?
Put your hands behind your back.
Come on, really? I gotta go get my kids.
Put your hands behind your back, otherwise it's gonna get ugly.
What do you need from me?
I told you.
Can you-
I
can
wanna
you have
stop
him
to
let me
you
go?
and
I done told- can
identify
you-
you so
I done
you can
told her
settle what
everything.
happened.
I haven't done
I've
anything
told
wrong.
you. I told you what I
told you.
wanted initially.
And that-
so
I
we
was
could
talking-
settle all
Put your
this.
hands behind your back.
You started to.
No, I haven't done anything wrong. Please, no, don't do this. Please, put your hands behind your back. Go with the program. Put your hands behind your back. Can somebody help me? That's my kids right there. My kids are right there.
Yeah, put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't choke me. I have asthma, sir.
Well, you're
I'm
gonna
not
get
doing
tased.
anything. I'm not
Come on.
doing
You're gonna
anything.
get tased.
I'm doing. Ow! Get down! Get down! Get down! Get down! I'm not doing anything. Stop, please. Someone help me. Someone please help me. Please help me. Please help me. Can someone please help me? I haven't done anything wrong. Can someone please help me? Really?
help you.
I haven't done anything wrong.
That's hard to watch. There's a huge problem, and it's not. And like you said, John, about something else. Like there's cell phone video of everything all the time. So we're just seeing one here. This is not the only time this has happened.
Yeah, and just before you type the comments like, oh, look, they cut stuff out. Yes, the video is much longer. However, you can watch the entire thing. The guy was insanely rational and level-headed to a fault.
Yeah.
Was not raising his voice. He was just saying, I know my rights. I wasn't doing anything. And in that situation, like if you're the sort of person that looks at him and says he deserves it, as so many people that watch our videos allegedly apparently do, what would you have done in that situation? There apparently is nothing you can do once the cops approach you to not be locked up, to not be handcuffed and dragged away. All he was saying was, I wasn't doing anything. I'm here for a good reason. My kids are right there. You can see my kids are there. I'm picking them up. What the fuck are you supposed to do at that point?
The thing that is troubling about this is after the guy, Walter Scott, is down, the police officer seems to come over, and it looks like...
Put your hands behind your back.
It looks like he's putting something, some have suggested planting evidence near the scene.
Well, what looks like, and there's some video on there where they really highlight it, it looks like he runs back to the initial scene of the altercation, picks up the taser, and then runs back and drops it next to the body. I mean,
We've all seen the video. If there wasn't a video, would we know the truth?
guys, when I was in the DA's office in the 80s and the 90s, that was like a standard operating procedure. A police officer would keep, I mean, I hate to say this, but it's, you know, you can read about it in books. They would keep a second gun that nobody knew about on their ankle. And so if they ever killed someone who they shouldn't have, they would then take that gun out and put the
You're talking about dirty cops.
I'm talking about dirty cops. And
I don't want to see anyone get shot down the way that my brother got shot down. We've all seen the video. If there wasn't a video, would we know the truth?
There's a huge problem, and it's not. And like you said, John, about something else. Like there's cell phone video of everything all the time. So we're just seeing one here. This is not the only time this has happened.
I think I'm okay. He was just dragging me. I thought I was going to get run over. I was trying to stop him.
We've all seen the video. If there wasn't a video, would we know the truth?
Here's something I wanted to mention, something I saw last night. This is, or I should say was, Cecil the lion, beautiful animal, 13 years old. He'd been wearing a GPS collar as part of an Oxford University research project. They've been tracking him for years, and during that time, Cecil became like a local favorite amongst the tourists and the guides. He was always around. People loved to see him on safaris until earlier this month when a tourist on a hunting trip shot him for sport. And, of course, everyone is angry and upset. And the men who took him out of the Jeep should be made accountable, too. But in the meantime, I think it's important to have some good come out of this disgusting tragedy. So this is the website for the Wildlife Conservation Research Unit at Oxford, wildcru.org. These are the researchers who put the collar on Cecil in the first place. They track the animals and study them. If you want to do something, if you want to make this into a positive, you can, sorry. Okay, I'm good. Make a donation, support them at the very...
Around the world, outrage over Cecil's death is growing. An online mob lit their torches, took to Twitter, and crashed the dentist's website. Some angry Minnesotans even turned up at the dentist's office and home, but he wasn't there.
It upsets me that people can be so stupid to take a life like that.
I gotta ask, because it's the biggest story around. What do you think of Cecil the lion? I mean, I know it's a sad story, but the doctor's like getting...
I feel bad.
And
I don't think that's right. I honestly don't.
The cops
my heart breaks for the fact that that lion was killed. But I'm not a big game. I'm so opposed to it.
Yeah.
But it's legal. And if you believe the dentist, and I have no reason not to, that he didn't know, then I feel bad that the man is now threatened.
Yeah.
His whole life is threatened, and he's closed his business. It's all very unfortunate.
I mean, he actually has the cops monitoring his house and business.
Yeah.
Not that he called them. They just feel like, he's kind of a wanted guy in the US.
Guy.
Cecil the Lion will not have died in vain, because we've learned his remains are going to be furnished into a memorial against anti-poaching. Hey, this is Gary. So we just spoke with the Zimbabwe Conservation Task Force in Africa about Cecil, and they told us that Cecil's remains, now remember, sorry to really bring this back up, but Cecil was beheaded and skinned. So his carcass is remaining in the sun, and we're being told that it's being kept out there so that vultures and other carnivores can feed off of it, a la Circle of Life style. Obviously it sounds brutal, but there are animals out there that are hungry and they don't want the meat to go to waste. So we were told that after the meat is gone, they want tourists and locals to be able to come, pay tribute to Cecil, see what a beautiful creature he was, and hopefully be educated on the dangers of poaching and killing innocent animals. A makeshift memorial has sprung up at the office of killer dentist Walter Palmer. People are very upset. They're leaving tributes to Cecil and hateful messages for Walter. Listen, it's a horrible thing that happened. Hopefully, though, people learn from it. This serves as a benchmark for change. So, justice for Cecil.
I'm looking for the Black Lives Matter protesters. I don't see them. Black Lives Matter protesters.
We've all seen the video. If there wasn't a video, would we know the truth?
That dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare.